This example is from MGF 1106 in section 2.4 when we're dealing with Venn diagrams with three sets A, B, and C, which divide the whole universal set into 8 regions, which we number 1 through 8. So in this problem we have a set of students, a group of students who have a various amounts of gold points, silver points, bronze points, and total number of points. And set A, which is the blue circle over here on the left, this is set A. Set A contains those students that have earned at least 50 points. So it doesn't say what type, so that means the total points. Set B is the set of students that have earned at least 30 silver points. And set C is the set of students who've won less than 15 bronze points. Now, probably the best way to answer the question about what students should be in each region is to fill in the Venn diagram with student names in the appropriate region first, and then the answers to the 5 questions will be very, very simple. Now, when we have a problem that has 3 sets, and we're trying to identify where the elements, which in this case are the students, should be placed, we start in the intersection of all 3 sets, which would be in region 5. So let's figure out which students should go in region 5, and then we work our way outward from there in the Venn diagram. So in region 5, that's the V, we'll have all the students that have at least 50 points, but they also have to have at least 30 silver points, so that would be set B there. And set C is the set of students that won less than 15 bronze points. Less than 15 bronze, less than 15, less than 15, less than 15. So the students that would be in region 5, the V, would be those students that are in all 3. That means in A and in B and in C. And the only student that looks like it fits all those criteria would be Jennifer, the top student. She has at least 50 points, she has at least 30 silver points, and she has under 15 bronze. So for Jennifer, I'm just going to put a J. We're going to put Jennifer in region 5. So I'm going to mark that as a J. Then what we do is we work out to the intersection of 2 sets at a time. So if I want to find the intersection of A and B, where A and B overlap is like this upward football-shaped set, which has regions 2 and 5 in it. So A and B, that would be the at least 50 points. Remember, that's A. Those little marks signify the elements in A. B would be those that have at least 30 silver points. So I'm going to put a B up here to help us and a C up here to help us later on. So the elements, or the students that are in A and also B, would be Jennifer, is both in A and in B, and Sarah. Sarah is in B and also in A. So it looks like Jennifer and Sarah have to be in that upward football. But Jennifer is already in that upward football, so in region 2, we only have S for Sarah. So in that whole upward football, we do have Sarah and Jennifer. Now if we were looking for the intersection of B and C, those 2 circles intersect. Those 2 circles or sets intersect in that kind of downward football from left to right. We know Jennifer is in there. Are there any other students that are in B and also in C? So B and C would be Jennifer, B and C, and also C would be Daniel. None of the other ones are both in B and C, except Jennifer and Daniel. Well, we already have Jennifer accounted for. That means Daniel is in B and C, but you notice Daniel is outside of A, because he doesn't have the 50 points. So that makes sense, because if he had 50 points or more, he would be inside of A. But where we put him in region 6, that is an region that is in B and C, but not A. Now, if I found the intersection of A and C, Jennifer's still in there. Let's see if there's any other students that we would put in region 4. So A and C. So A, remember that goes by these marks, are the ones that were in A. And also in C would be that column that we marked C. Those are the ones under 15 points in bronze. So are there any students that are in A and C? Well, we know Jennifer is. And we know Anna. Anna is as well. So Anna is in this part of A and C. So Anna is in A and is in C, but is not in B, because she's outside the B circle. Then we go back to the sets themselves. So all this makes up set A. And we have 3 elements in A already. Sarah for the S, J for Jennifer, and Anna for the A. But you notice we also have David in A, because David has at least 50 points. So David happens to be in region 1, and what that means is David is in set A, but not in any other set, because he has not enough silver points and too many bronze points. That's why he's not in B and C. Now if we look at our second set B here, set B said at least 30 silver points. So if you look at our circles for silver, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are in silver, but we already have 3 identified. So we have Sarah, we have Jennifer, and we have Daniel. I'm going to put Daniel as DA so we don't get that confused. I'm going to go DA for Daniel and just D for David. So, in this problem, we already have, if you look at the circle for set B, we already have Sarah in there, we already have Jennifer in there, and Daniel in there. Do we have any other that are circled for having 30 or more silver points? It looks like Matthew. Matthew is circled here. That means that element is in the B set. And we already have the other ones in B, but they're also in either A or C. So we're going to put Matthew over here. And now if we look at set C, we already have 3 elements in set C. Set C were those with less than 15 bronze points. And you notice there's 4 elements in set C. We already have 3 listed. We already have Anna, we already have Jennifer, and we already have Daniel. We're missing Charlie here. We're missing Charlie. So C for Charlie. C for Charlie. Because he has under 15 bronze points, yet he's not in A or B, because he doesn't have enough silver or enough total points. And then Ben, we haven't talked about Ben. You notice Ben is not going to be in A because he doesn't have enough total points. He's not going to be in B because he doesn't have enough silver points, and he has too many bronze points to be in C. Because to be in C, you have to have under 15 bronze points, but he has 17. So Ben is out here. Ben is in region 8. He's not in any of those 3 sets. Now once we have all the elements in the proper regions, the questions will flow pretty easy. It says, which student should be in region 1? Well, we've already said that's David. Which student should be in region 2? Region 2 is right there, and that was Sarah. Which student should be in region 3? Region 3 was Matthew. Now there are other ways to do this, but this is probably the simplest way because the questions are pretty elementary now. Which student should be in region 4? Well, region 4 is over here. That's Anna. Which student should be in region 5? That was the one that was in all 3 of those sets, A, B, and C, and that was Jennifer. And with that, that concludes this example from section 2.4 in MGF 1106.